Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We're at 1797 Southwest Pleasant View Drive here in Gresham. We are located at the back of the home. I describe everything as if you're standing in the street facing the front of the house. Here's your sliding glass door. So we're to the left of that if you're oriented looking at the front of the home. Big 4-inch ABS cleanout, hides under a little green valve cover box lid. We're going to zero out here. Water is running, and we're going to switch that temperature over to cold here. Alright, right out of the gate there, we made a turn. Looks like we're heading towards the left side fence line from what I can tell. We'll get some locates here in a bit, verify that. And I'm loving how clean the flow line is here. Almost no buildup to speak of, most notably no grease buildup. Getting into a little bit of standing water here. We'll see how this drains out. That thing's rinky-dink. Unless I see broken pipe somewhere in that when we drain the line out at the end. And we're going back into a little bit more here. That is not the kind of belly I would ever recommend repairs on. And just to preempt this, I've done over 25,000 sewer scopes. Generally speaking, at this point in my career, I don't even consider repairs on bellies until there's at least an inch of water that's static with no water running at all for a minimum of 5 feet. And generally speaking, I only recommend fixes on that when the belly is very, very close into the home and or in rough old pipe materials where you get the coupling effect of standing water and rough pipe materials combined together. On plastic pipe, now this spot we're going through right here is a little bit more significant than the other one, so we'll see how that drains out here in a moment. But in general, plastic pipe allows debris to break free quite nicely. And we'll see how this end spot out here, the further out one, how that drains out here in a minute. And just sitting here looking at my foot counter, I didn't realize we'd already gone this far. Lines that are this length, I tend to treat a bit differently than your average sewer line because the likelihood you're going to end up with standing water in your average line that pushes even over 85, 90 feet is very, very high. Now when you start getting standing water 80, 90, 100 feet from the home, unless it is really severe and you've got a hard obstruction amongst it, like an offset joint, root intrusion, it almost entirely comes down to how the homeowner is treating the sewer line at that distance. All right, attempted to locate here. Did not have any luck in doing that. I just walked over to the side street to the right of this home, as well as far back onto the neighbor's property within reason that I can go there. But the distance we are out, we're actually about, sorry if I'm saying this twice on camera, my camera is actually exactly 188 feet. The foot counter just hasn't been recalibrated when it got repaired. So we're dang near, 185 feet approximately when you account for the slack cable between the camera and the clean out. Which that distance feels like it's doable to get to the cul-de-sac to the right of us. Just not sure it's going that way. All right, that little bit of standing water there dissipates off at around 96, 97 feet there approximately. Right now we're in a very, very minor amount. This is only 1/16 of an inch. That stuff I hardly even like to legitimize as a belly, it's so tiny. About 3 feet or so of pipe there with a 1/16 of an inch of water. And generally speaking, all right, so I just finally located the camera head here. So as you face the front of this house from the street, the line right now, it shoots to the, essentially to the rear left corner of this property and then continues on into the neighbor's property behind this. I just picked up the locate kind of in the hedgerow to the left of the neighbor's driveway behind this home. Like it's just running up their left side property line, just shooting straight to get out past the rear of their home. So this is the one spot in the line here I don't get a great view. We do have a level of standing water here. So it's kind of where the line starts to turn and straighten out and start heading off. And we've got a big hunk of junk in the line here. As I recall, initially, I don't feel like there was this much debris in this spot. Now, right around 82 feet is where that bit of standing water there trickles off. So right now